Hi guys, Serena here. Welcome to this video review of Why You Sleep. I'm really glad you found this today because if you've been struggling to get a good night's sleep, I know exactly how miserable that makes everything else in your life. I've done a deep dive into Why You Sleep, and in this review, I'm going to break down absolutely everything about why you sleep. Let's talk about why sleep problems are so much more serious than people realize. If you're experiencing tossing and turning for hours, waking up at 3 a.m. and not being able to fall back asleep, feeling exhausted even after 8 hours in bed, and relying on sleeping pills that leave you groggy, then you know it's not just about being tired. Poor sleep affects your memory, your mood, your immune system, your weight, literally every aspect of your health. And here's the thing that makes it so frustrating. The more you stress about not sleeping, the harder it becomes to fall asleep. It's a vicious cycle. And that's exactly the cycle that Why You Sleep is designed to break. So, what is Why You Sleep? According to their official website, Why You Sleep is a natural sleep support supplement designed to help you achieve falling asleep fast and waking up refreshed. What sets Why You Sleep apart from basic melatonin pills is that it takes a multi pathway approach to sleep, addressing not just one, but several of the mechanisms that keep you awake. Let me break down the ingredients inside Why You Sleep. The formula contains melatonin microdose, L-theanine, magnesium glycinate, GABA, valerian root extract, and passionflower. Each ingredient targets a different aspect of calming your overactive nervous system and supporting your natural circadian rhythm so your brain transitions smoothly through all four sleep stages, especially the deep REM cycles where real recovery happens. And what I appreciate about this formula is that these ingredients work on complementary pathways, so they enhance each other rather than just stacking more of the same thing. Here's how Why You Sleep works in your body. When you take You Sleep about 30 minutes before bed, the active compounds begin working on calming your overactive nervous system and supporting your natural circadian rhythm so your brain transitions smoothly through all four sleep stages, especially the deep REM cycles where real recovery happens. Let me explain why this matters. Your brain has two competing systems: the wake promoting system driven by cortisol and norepinephrine, and the sleep promoting system driven by GABA, melatonin, and adenosine. In a healthy sleeper, the sleep system gradually wins as evening approaches. But stress, blue light, caffeine, and aging can all tip the balance toward the wake system, keeping your brain in alert mode when it should be winding down. Why You Sleep helps tip the balance back towards sleep by calming the overactive wake signals while gently amplifying the natural sleep signals. Why You Sleep also addresses something most sleep aids ignore, which is sleep quality versus sleep quantity. You can spend 8 hours in bed and still feel terrible if you're not cycling properly through the deep sleep stages. The ingredients in Why You Sleep support healthy sleep architecture, meaning they help your brain move through light sleep, deep sleep, and REM sleep in the right proportions. Deep sleep is where your body does its physical repair, and REM sleep is where memory consolidation happens. Without both, you wake up feeling unrested no matter how many hours you slept. Now, what are real users saying about Why You Sleep? I went through a significant number of reviews, and the feedback is really encouraging. Most people notice a difference within the first few nights. They report falling asleep faster, not lying there for an hour with their mind racing. Then they notice they're sleeping through the night instead of waking up at 2 or 3 a.m. But the biggest thing users mention is how they feel in the morning. Instead of dragging themselves out of bed, they actually wake up feeling refreshed and alert. Several users said they hadn't experienced a morning like that in years. And importantly, Why You Sleep doesn't cause that drugged, groggy hangover feeling that prescription sleep aids often produce. Who is Why You Sleep ideal for? Based on my research, Why You Sleep works best for adults who want natural sleep support without the side effects of prescription medications. If you've been relying on over-the-counter sleep aids that leave you groggy, or if you've been avoiding sleep medication altogether and just suffering through it, Why You Sleep offers a natural middle ground. Now listen carefully. Only buy Why You Sleep from the official website. The link is in my description below. Do not buy Why You Sleep from third-party sellers. Counterfeit sleep supplements are a serious problem, and some have been found to contain unlisted ingredients, including prescription drug analogs. The official Why You Sleep website guarantees authentic product with a full money-back guarantee. My final verdict on Why You Sleep. After thorough research into the formula, the science, and real user experiences, I believe Why You Sleep is a well formulated, thoughtful sleep support supplement. It addresses multiple sleep mechanisms, the ingredients have solid research behind them, and users consistently report better sleep quality. With the money back guarantee, there's no risk. Head to the official Why You Sleep website through my link in the description. Thanks for watching this Why You Sleep review. Bye.